Let's talk about solo dates, how to do them, what they are, and what are the benefits. On my TikTok, I am mainly known for going on solo dates. It's something that I promote. It's something that I encourage women to do. And in this video, I'm going to help you get there and tell you the benefits because there are a plethora. Okay, let's talk about my journey with solo dates. If you don't want to hear this, I will leave a timestamp for you to skip to. Well, I started going on solo dates when I moved to Miami. Some of my high school friends were still here, but only one of them was actually able to hang out. Two of them had babies, and it was just like, I needed to make a new friend group. It was not going to be possible to do that if I did not go out. So I started to go out by myself. I started going to happy hours because I used to listen to Shira at that time. And I just loved drinking, honestly. I don't drink too much, but I like the taste of different cocktails. I like wine. So I was like, let me go to happy hour. This is a place that people are going to be social. I started to go to happy hour like all the time because I wasn't working. That was what I was dedicating my life to at that point, was going on solo dates. I would go to museums by myself. I met amazing people. I always made amazing connections. 9 times out of 10 people were buying my drink, so I would go out looking good, and then I would end up without having to pay for anything. And it gave me the ability to speak to literally anyone. Like, I remember I was out one time with a guy that I had met before, and he saw me interacting with a bunch of different people. We were in like a networking setting. He was like, how do you talk to these people? Like, what do you even talk about? I was talking to this older gentleman who was probably like 50 or 60 years old. The guy who was asking me that, he was like 30 something, 30, whatever, young guy. And he was like, how do you even talk to them? I can already tell that he's an awkward person. He's not extremely like me. He's not extremely outgoing and able to talk to people, even though he's a journalist / reporter. And I just told him that I find a common connection and I speak to them. Like, we just talk. Like, we're all human. Like, we can all connect on something. Just because he's an old white man does not mean he can't connect with a young black woman. It taught me how to speak to literally everyone. I think that's an incredible skill to have because I believe that manifestations come through people. I'm gonna dibble dabble between spiritual and like this realm because that's just who I am. Now let's start with the steps. I didn't number this. One of the key things that I can say is start small. I know people who have never gone out by themselves, not even to Starbucks. They need friends and people to go with them. I recommend starting small. And what that means is, if you've never gone to the grocery store by yourself, go to the grocery store by yourself. If you've never gone to the mall by yourself, go to one store in the mall by yourself. Start going to places that don't seem as intimidating. One excuse I used to use was going to a bar when they were having live jazz, because I like to listen to live music. So that would be my excuse why I'm there, is like, oh, I just love listening to live music, so I came here to listen to it. I will list some here, some places that you can go by yourself that are starting small, and just start there. Get yourself comfortable with doing that. Like, get out of your comfort zone. That's number 2. We're just rolling with it. I didn't even write that one down. One of the main benefits of going out solo is it takes you out of your comfort zone. And I believe that being outside of your comfort zone, or stepping outside of your comfort zone, is the fertilizer to your life. You will grow and blossom every single time you get out of your comfort zone. Every single time you make the effort to do something different, to do something that you've never done, and to have the confidence in yourself to make that happen, it's unbeatable, and it builds a lot of trust in yourself. And I think that is the key to being able to achieve anything in life, because if you don't even trust yourself, like if you keep letting yourself down and you don't keep promises that you make to yourself on a constant basis, you will have a low level of trust for yourself. You'll have a low self-confidence. You're not going to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve because your mind is going to keep holding you back, and we don't want that. It builds your social skills and gives you the ability to talk to anyone. I already said that earlier in the intro, I believe. I talk to 70-year-old white ladies, Latina ladies. I talk to 21-year-old young women just starting out, just getting into the game. I'm able to relate to all of them, and I'm able to connect with all of them. Going out solo and learning about people and interacting with people actually got me started in this journey of learning psychology. So I started to read a lot of books about psychology. I learned about body language. I learned about like how to read people. I think that's a key to life, especially when you have to negotiate in business. Being able to read other people's body language gives you a leg up in getting what you want in life. Not in a mean, narcissistic way, but in a way where everybody could win. Next one is you meet amazing people that can change your life. So as I was saying, I believe that a lot of manifestation, most of your manifestations are going to come through people. I meet amazing people. I've met like not great people a few times. I don't let that deter me. You get to meet amazing people who have connections, who want to connect with you, who you can learn from, who teach you little nuggets about life if you're open and willing. I feel like the best way to do that, to learn little pockets of nuggets, is to not talk so much, to listen more than you speak, and like absorb the information, because the person who's speaking the least is the one with the most power, allegedly. And also you get to learn way more. Like you get to learn about this person, and I think that's extremely important. Well, that's the way I use solo dates. You can do it how you want, but it's about learning from the person. Like I like to go to high-end places. I like to go to places that are above my tax bracket, above my pay grade, where most of the people are either millionaires or making $100,000 or more a year. And I believe that that really has taught me a lot about business and life, and learning from, like, letting people tell you about their mistakes and learning from them. Next one, it helps you reflect on things that you need to work on, because everybody and everything is a mirror, and that helps you grow. Going out solo and talking to other people has really taught me the things that I needed to work on in life. Like anything that would trigger me, anything that would upset me or annoy me or make me feel uneasy, I would look at that. Why am I reacting this way? What is wrong with me? Because I don't know this person, and we talked about a lot of things. Why is this the one that's triggering me? So it helps me unpack and figure out where limiting beliefs are. For example, if you see a woman who's outgoing and fun and bubbly, and you are like upset about it, or you're like, I don't like her because of that, it's more than likely something that is a problem with you. Maybe your bubbly energy was suppressed when you were a child, and now you are not able to channel that anymore. So you're looking at her and you're like, how dare she get to be like that? How dare she be who she wants to be? Like, that's something that's extremely important. It puts a mirror to yourself and helps you grow. Positive mindset and affirmations. I think having a positive mindset when you're going out is extremely important. And even if the first or second time you don't have a positive mindset, just do it anyway. Like, don't let that be an excuse as to why you don't go. Having that positive mindset and that positive outlook will definitely help with releasing any anxiety that you have. So I like to say things like, I'm radiant and people are attracted to me. People love to be around me. I have a whole thing of self-concept. People are absolutely in love with me. They obsess over me. They value and respect me because I always choose myself first. People naturally fall in love with me because I'm simply irresistible. I am always chosen because I choose myself. I am always validated because I validate myself. All of my desires are manifesting instantly. Things like that. It could just be a simple affirmation when you're getting there. Like, you just be like, oh my God, everything's gonna work out. This is gonna be an amazing time. I'm gonna have a blast. And just like visualize yourself having a blast, and whatever happening that you want to happen. I have one extra bonus tip, and this has to do with your ability to speak to people and converse with all kinds of people. I have this deck of cards called So, and it's a collection of questions for deeper discussions. It's a bunch of question cards that you play with any random stranger, because it's such a small, it's like a deck of cards. So I'm gonna pull one out. What would detectives assume about you if they inspected your room without ever meeting you? Like, this is a great one because it allows you to have deeper discussions. That's literally the name of the card game. And you don't necessarily have to buy this game if you don't want to yet, if you still are practicing on how to speak. I do have a list of questions. Ooh, I might turn this into like a little ebook where I write all these questions like on a file, and then you guys can just download it. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Let me see if there's anything scandalous here. Okay, there's nothing scandalous. Okay, my phone is a little dusty. This is my notes app. I have two things pinned here, which is my to-do list and my cues and questions. So my cues and questions literally have a huge list of questions. I've organized them from like first meeting you getting deeper into the conversation, and like we're friends now. Let's see some of the first things I would say. What did you buy recently that you now regret? What situations make you feel the most awkward and why? If you need something really like surface level, I would say something like, what was the highlight of your day? What was the highlight of your week? Are you working on any fun projects right now? Things like that, things that are not just what do you do. And so I can list a few questions in the description box, but I'll also make like a PDF. But for now, this is what I've got. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out, Girl Scout.